Handling snakes. Stubborn, loving, outgoing, spontaneous maybe. Let's throw that in there. And probably driven. It's probably the biggest one for me. Yeah. Biggest fear is probably snakes. Started as a kid. It's not liking snakes. Any lizards or snakes. I used to think that the snakes are in the bed. So yeah, no snakes for me. Yes, I do. Got my postcode tattooed from Bangor. A few of my mates have got it on my butt, so just in case I forget where I came from, I got 2234 tattooed. Yeah. Weakness is probably Coke, but I like having a Coke after the game. But a sparkling water is probably something that I like to drink after training, just to get a few bubbles or something a bit different instead of having water. So Pellegrino, I think it is called. Sparkling water is probably my favourite. Probably about 10 o'clock in the morning. I do like a bit of a sleep in, so not bright and early in the morning, but after I've had a coffee and brekkie in the morning, I like to get the day going. Mum and Dad, I like to think they're both very hardworking, and they're probably given that to me, how they've gone about their life, so they're my inspiration, and I'm trying to live my life as much as I can like them. Something new is probably just bought a house with my partner, so doing some renos at home, trying to be a handyman as much as I can. That's my pride and joy, and I've been loving that. Handling snakes. Oh yeah, doing the dishes. I like to just sort of put the dishes in the sink, and then hopefully the fairies just come and magically put them away. So and making the bed and that sort of stuff. Yeah, the fairies come when I go to train, and then it's all gone when I come back. Future form. What's the biggest thing the Bulldogs are building on ahead of the 2023 season? I think connection's probably the biggest thing. Since Hero's come in, he's really bought into the local community and bringing all that together, and building that connection within the team. Everyone comes from different backgrounds, and new players have come to the club, so I think connection's probably the biggest thing we'll be working on in the pre-season. Probably buying horses is probably a bad investment. I've had one good horse, but they get injured, and fees and training fees. Yeah, it's a expensive game, horse racing, so that's probably my worst investment. Probably caring. I was about to say intelligent, but I think caring probably comes first. I think the relationship that he's built with the players and the staff, he cares about the player first before football, and I know the boys really respect that, and really want to repay the faith that he puts into us at training and the detail that he puts into our own games, and I know the boys are really looking forward to repaying the faith that he's put in us so far this year. The boys like to give me a bit of cheek about listening to a bit of Young and Lips. He's got a lot of songs that I like, but probably Every Day by Young and Lips is my favourite. Obviously come from an Australian background, so cooking's not one of our strong suits, but I do like a snitty and a spag bowl put together, a bit of a no-name sort of feed, so whenever we can put that on, it's always a good feed. So when I was just coming out of school and going into 20s, I did signage installation for 6 months, yeah, believe it or not. A couple of days a week doing installing bank signs like NAB and Westpac. I was putting signs on stores and doing that sort of stuff, so hated it, but got out of there pretty quick. Just started watching maths. Wasn't too sure what to watch, either maths or survival, but we decided to go with maths, and yeah, everyone's stirring the pot. I'm going to say Yalla is a... That's all that Jacob Carrez says, I think. Obviously it means like, let's go, like, come on, let's go. But he just says it too much, you know what I mean? He's always saying Yalla, Yalla, Yalla. I just think it's overused, like just say it once or twice. But yeah, love him. I think I honestly wanted to be an NRL player when I was a kid. My dad obviously played NRL and was coaching at the time. When I was growing up, sort of deciding what I wanted to be, and seeing guys that going to training with him, or people that I idolised, made me want to be like them, and that was always my vision from a kid, to play NRL, and it still is. Allergic to prawns. Christmas Day I was peeling prawns, trying to help mum out one day, and I was on the lounge sleeping for the rest of the day after peeling some prawns, so no prawns for me. Favourite thing to do on the weekends, probably just get up in the morning, have a coffee, have some brekkie and hang out with friends and family is probably the one thing I like doing the most. Getting out in the sun, going for a swim or surf, or hanging out with my dogs on the water is probably what I like doing the most. I think everything happens for a reason and everything works out in life and things will probably blow over. Going through tough times, I think I've learned about that. Things will blow over and things happen for a reason. It makes you a better person, and that's something I believe in.